Have you ever thought about how almost every job in this society is a scam to just make the rich and powerful more rich and powerful? Teachers teaching our children what the government wants them to know, and how to be workers instead of owners, instead of entrepreneurs, instead of thinking for themselves. They don't teach them how to think. They teach them how to obey, how to be a worker. Or doctors or psychiatrists who don't really go into disease prevention or real healthy living. They go into, let's prescribe you pharmaceutical drugs to mask the problem and suppress something natural that your body's creating as a result of you not living a life that's in alignment with your body. The Creator created us to be out here, outside, not in these boxes all day, 8 hours a day in front of an artificial light called a computer screen. And underneath artificial lights called fluorescent lighting. We weren't created to be trapped, to be in these boxes day after day. And then when we have anxiety and when we have depression and when we're feeling off or burnt out, then we're suddenly prescribed drugs to numb out. Either that, or people go to substance abuse like alcohol and marijuana and all kinds of different substances that are not healthy for us, that are artificial, that are man-made. But so many of us, we don't speak out. We just go with the flow, right? We just go with what we were taught. We're not brave enough to speak out. And you know what's really funny is the other day in the corporation I work for, they played a video called Conformity Bias. And in that video, they talked about being brave and standing up, even though if the crowd doesn't stand up, that you should be the one to have the courage to speak up for what is right. And so they asked each of us to give an example of a time that we experienced conformity bias in our own life. And so the example that I gave was when I felt pressured and guilt tripped into taking a vaccine that I didn't know, didn't have enough information about, didn't feel comfortable taking, but everybody was conforming. Everybody was peer pressuring to take this drug, this vaccine that I didn't feel comfortable taking. But to say that in a workplace setting, to actually execute the presentation that they gave us, which was about being brave, which was about standing up for what you believe in, by saying the vaccine, suddenly I'm isolated, suddenly I'm the outcast. But isn't that what they were telling us to do? When in reality, you look back and you realize, oh yeah, that was just corporate propaganda to tell us to tattletale on each other. What I'm saying is, sometimes you gotta leave these jobs. Sometimes you gotta leave these family systems that are toxic, these family systems that are pushing you to chase something that you don't want to chase, that are pushing you to think or believe something that you don't think or believe. Sometimes you have to leave. Sometimes you have to isolate yourself. That company showed me a video about conformity bias. Well, I actually want to live it in my life, not just for the benefit of a company, if that makes sense. Anyway, I hope that this message resonates with somebody out there, I want to let you know that you are not alone, that we need to stick together, that we need to spread the word, and that's the way we're going to create change.